What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some TCG Pocket content. Today's video is going to be a deck that features Rampardos and some new additions to this deck that have made it even more busted than it was before. And this deck actually helped me hit Ultra Ball rank, which is, for me, a nice little milestone in this current season because I have not had the time to invest until recently to play this game more often and try and hit Master Ball. So you guys are with me on my journey. Let's take a look at the deck here. We're going to be running a 2 Rampardos with 1 Cranidos. For consistency, we do have the 2 rare candies. We're also going to be running a copy of Lycanroc and Rockruff and Aerodactyl EX in this deck. You don't have to run Aerodactyl. I did it because I wanted to try and make it happen. And it did. A couple of games we were able to put Aerodactyl down and it was actually pretty nice. But Rockruff, we run a single Rockruff. That's our only basic in the deck to guarantee that we get it turn 1. And then we can, as soon as we're able to use an attack, either that's our turn, or either way, it's our turn 2, right? Actual turn 2 or overall turn 3. You can use Signs of Evolution for 1 energy. You're going to pull out the Lycanroc from the deck, which hits for 50 base for 2 energy, but if your opponent has more HP than your Lycanroc, which a lot of the times you actually end up hitting for 100 because of the effect of this attack. We're also going to be running this Aerodactyl EX, which basically means that any opponent's Pokemon that are in the active cannot be evolved from the hand, so they have to evolve on the bench, which is a nice little bit of tech. We have a communication because I happen to get Lycanroc in every single opening hand that I've ever played with this with this deck, and I'm not even joking in the battles. It's like the first 10 or 12 battles. It happens every single time. And then we're just running the 2 research. We don't need 2 Pokeball in this deck because we're only running the 1 basic. My tech here is going to be a Sabrina, a Mars, Iono, Lilies, 2 of them, and then also going to be that Guzma. So we are going to be looking at this deck. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments of what deck you've been running. I'd love to test more decks out in this new format. It's been a great time trying to get into it. Please enjoy the battles, and if you mind, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, which is something I'm really trying to do right now. As a Pokemon Go player, I actually would like to try and get into this space. Mental health is important. Yay. That's just how it is. All right, anyway, thank you guys very much. We'll catch you in the next one. Enjoy the games. Please. Shortly, this game is where we turn things around for the day. We're going first. Okay. I don't mind going first if I get the Aerodactyl combo out. Doesn't look like I'm going to have it, at least not right away. We're going to have to start with Rockruff. At least we can search it. They have Skarmory. Okay, at least we get the research. I hate that we have Lycanroc already in hand, though. It's good and bad at the same time. Okay, so we have the Skull Fossil into the Cranidos. We have... I mean, if I had... I wish I had Aerodactyl, but at least they haven't played down anything that I'm worried about here. Like, they didn't turn 1, put down Cosmog or anything. So at least I don't have it yet. Well, they'll have it now, I'm sure. Unless they pulled another Skarmory with that. No, there's the Cosmog. Okay, there's the other Cosmog. Rocky Helmet on the Skarm, swing for 60. Wish I had an extra energy to play with, but... Right, do I want to do a Sabrina here? Or do I just get my Skull Fossil ready? Right, because this thing only has 100 HP and I need 2 energy, so this isn't really going to do much more for me. I could take away the Rocky Helmet. And that might give me just enough time to hopefully... I mean, if they have another tool in hand, then I'm just losing my Lycanroc, and this play is pointless, but... I'm kind of hoping that maybe, just maybe... Maybe, just maybe... Research could have been better, though, to get into the deck. Now, if... see, they can evolve in the back with Aerodactyl. That's the downside. All basics in hand. They have another tool. Because if they don't... This suddenly gets a lot more interesting. They don't. This got a lot... This did get a lot more interesting. Alright. Now we've got a game. Alright, so I have a Mars available. Alright, so I could just straight KO the Skarmory here. Let me pull out some cards here. Yeah, we pulled Iono and we have the rare candy, but that doesn't really do much for me at the moment. We're going to be able to snag a knockout here. I may end up having the Iono next turn just to try and reshuffle my hand around. Okay, they're going to put Skarmory down. Which means they don't have Solgaleo ready to go yet. They might now. We top deck Research or have it in hand. That's pretty great. Okay, Pokeball. No cards in the deck. At that point, I would have held on to my Pokeball because I'm about to Iono this person most likely. Never mind, they have it. It's there. Boy, a Rampardos would be really good right now. And then they're going to Rising Road and take me out. Yeah, this isn't going to be a good thing. This ain't good. Rampardos, please. Rampardos, please. Magically appear in my hand. Please. 1 in 4 chance. Nope. So I'll put this. Ooh, I want to maximize the chances of me drawing Rampardos here. So I'm gonna have to just go ahead and Iono with all the cards in my hand. Okay, we get the Rampardos. Which is exactly what we needed. Hold on, Ember here. Right, we could swing for 130. It only does recoil when we knock them out. And then they're going to be forced to retreat. I don't think they can possibly do 150 damage here. A rare candy. Into their other Solga. Okay. Are we Rising Roading to swap them out? Right, it's not going to matter at this point. Okay, they're going to swap to try and make it so I can't get the KO this turn. Makes some sense. I don't think they can attach any more energies, though, so they have to pass. No, they're going to... I mean, yeah, fair. Okay. But if I get rid of it, that they don't get... If I get rid of it, they don't get the... They don't get the point. I can just discard it. Which is, I guess, a very nice tactical thing, too. They can Soul Breaker me. I don't think... There's no way. He's just gonna swing and say good game, right? No, we're setting up. Oh, now we win with. Now we just win with Sabrina. Good game. Now we just win with the Sabrina. They concede. Nice game. Well played. Iono into Rampardos. Play of the game. Just one of these games today. I want to open Old Amber Aerodactyl. I need it. I need it. No, I don't want to go second. I actually want to go first in this deck in case I get that, but this is... I swear, dude, this Lycanroc finds its way into my hand almost every game. Like, you're only a one-of, you're not supposed to be in my hand, but every game so far it's been in my hand. We're facing a Psychic deck. We'll see how this goes. At least I can attack first if they maybe throw a Snorlax out. for big damage. Oh, that's a Tina in the front. Okay. Well, definitely Lycanroc is going to have a good time with that then. Unfortunate that they get to just start with energy before me, though, but I think we're kind of okay. A rare candy in hand would be awesome. Definitely are taking their time with this. Well, I'll tell you all to stay hydrated while we wait. Drink some water. Ah, Pokeball. A thought-provoking endeavor. I think he was just not paying attention to his phone or something, man. Alright, well. I'll just sit here and go maybe, maybe, maybe. I'll get some cards I can use. Man, all of the searches and thinning. Wow. That's a hand. And a helmet? Bro, how much, like, could they have gotten a more perfect starting hand? Genuinely. Alright, so here's what we can do. We can just communications away the Lycanroc, because I'm just gonna search that next turn, or this turn anyway. We get Cranidos down, which is really nice. I guess we'll just go ahead and search, and then we at least get the Rampardos online. Both researches, man. Oh, dude's gonna have his whole deck out by the time we're... Oh, man. Okay, so, yeah, they're doing the whole Brokey, Greninja, Giratina, just that whole deck. This is that deck. All right. Right, so he's gonna one-shot me no matter what with... Ooh! Iono would be interesting as heck right now. I think I don't want to because I have Rampardos in hand, but like I have a very strong feeling that at the moment they probably have Greninja, but I'm gonna just ride Rampardos to victory here. I'm gonna do 100 damage. They're gonna one-shot me anyway. This doesn't really matter. But this now puts the Giratina down in a range where it's gonna get knocked out. I'm expecting Rare Candy to come down. And they have not yet seen a Water Energy, so they may not be able to even attack with the Greninja. Chilling with this music right now, man. Waiting for them to make their thoughts. Rare Candy into Greninja. Okay. So we're gonna take a lot of damage from the blowback, or what I guess. No, now I have to. Now I have to go in with Rampardos. Now I have to, which is fine. I wish that Headbutt did 60 instead of 50, but I can't be too... Okay, so we have a Rare Candy in hand. That doesn't really do me a whole lot right now. I think what I should do here is Iono my two... Right, they have 4 in hand. I don't know that I'm worried about this right now. I could just... So that's going to be down at... That's going to a lot of damage that's going to do, but I don't really have another choice. We take care of the Giratina, and they basically have to KO Rampardos next turn. And I don't really see a way on their current board that they'll be able to do that. It's like he'll be able to do 20 damage, and then Rampardos still has 10 remaining. Unless they have a Misty. And yeah, there's the water energy. So yeah. They just got very unlucky with the RNG for water energy. I have a feeling they don't have a way over Rampardos at this point. Okay, there's the Snorlax. Okay, there's a attach, the Water Shuriken. No. Okay. They're still gonna Water Shuriken? They're forcing me to Sabrina, that's it. They're forcing me to go for Sabrina. But since they can't attach, I still don't see a way for them to do that. Like, I only take 50 when I KO. They need 2 turns at the minimum to get Snorlax online. I mean, does he have anything he can do? Or is he just... Okay. Okay. Are we just... Alright, he just doesn't... She wasn't sure what to do, I guess. Welcome home, sweetie. Alright, so at this point, we just go ahead and Lily away this damage. And we could just attach to Rampardos, I guess, in case we need to retreat, and I'll head smash, and then he's truly within one attack. Oh, it's weakness! Snorlax is weakness! I'm sitting here overanalyzing everything. I'm like, no, it's weak to fighting, stupid! Okay, there we go. There we go. We'll take those. Being able to beat that Snorlax Tina deck is a nice feeling. Very nice feeling. Alright, let's go ahead, see what we get. Okay. Interesting. So once again, at least we got the communications on the Lycanroc again. That is, I'm telling you, every single game that card is in my hand. It's incredible. It's incredible. Okay, so we have a Riolu in this, so we're probably facing Rampardos, Lucario, which means we're already screwed because they already have Skull Fossil and Rare Candy and Rampardos in hand, surely. No, it's Sudowoodo. Okay, are they playing more than just... It might be just playing more and just like a basic fighting deck, but I have no EXs in this deck, so that's helpful. Right, okay. So let's go ahead and we'll research first. Can we get the Rare Candy? Oh my god, okay. If we could just get a Skull Fossil now. Alright, so we'll go ahead and communications out the Lycanroc. Get a Rampardos, which is still, I mean, that's better than nothing, I suppose. We'll go ahead and search back out the Lycanroc. Oh, it's Lucario EX. Well, yeah, this just got a little bit more interesting then. Now, they can't retreat. And as far as I know, they don't have a way to accelerate energy, so they're basically just sitting there for 3 turns while they attach. Which I should be able to take them out with Lycanroc before they can even do much. Oh, they're X-speeding away. Okay. Well, that's... Okay, well, we have Sabrina to bring it back out. So that, I think, might just be the way to go here. Because being able to get rid of Lucario... Or at least... Right, they already attached for a turn, right? So, okay. Let's go ahead and we'll evolve. I'm gonna go into Sabrina here, because this feels like a really strong point of disruption here. We'll get to do 100 damage instead of just 50. And... yeah, that's really nice. Still waiting for my Skull Fossil, though. Did they X-speed again? Nope. Well, I'm sorry, trainer. That's... oh, and I'm sorry because my hand keeps doing this to me, too. Okay, so I'm not really seeing any path forward for them that I need to Mars. They're just leaving, I guess. I mean, I rage quit too, man. I hope they didn't like rage quit though. Like, I get it. I spent the first... every time I hit record, it's like the first 5 games are just bricks, and I lose points, and then I gotta spend the rest of the day getting it back. But, you know. Okay, so opponent is just deciding to close the wrap out of frustration. Unfortunate. But, well, hopefully they don't, yeah, well, we'll just sit here. Probably just skim this part out. Victory, baby! They did not, in fact, come back. I need to set up my meeting over at No Bricking Anonymous. Or Deck Brickers Anonymous. Alright, so we have... Dude, every game this Lycanroc is in my hand! What are the chances? This is ridiculous! Why do I bother, man? Oh, this is rough. This is rough. Every game this Lycanroc is in my opening hand. I genuinely don't understand it. So we'll get to research here. Pokécoms would be cool. Okay, Rare Candy would have been cooler, though. They're not evolving out of their hand, probably, though. I mean, there's no point. It's in my hand, and they probably will just know that. And if they do decide... This is the problem I have with it in my hand, is they know that it's there. But on the plus side, I will guarantee get my Cranidos out. And now I think would be a good time to Sabrina. Right, get the one out that's going to be stuck in the front. Okay, we'll Bloodfang for 100 here. And then we can guarantee knock out this Giratina unless they have some way to retreat it. At which point we'll have Rampardos set up to one-shot the Giratina. So I think this is a pretty cut and dry win. There's the leaf, so at least they do that much. That's a little bit less fortunate. So they'll get the KO then, but they'll still evolve to Rampardos. At least we get to make them use the leaf in response. They just hope at this point that I don't have Rampardos, which I have 2. Okay, so we do have Lele to be able to heal off that damage as well. Drop the Rampardos. Head Smash will take some damage, but they're not getting enough Psychic Energies down to be able to get that away from me this turn. I tried a deck with Oricorio today. I have not seen a single EX deck until I stopped playing it. Yes, that's Giratina.
Why is it Giratina?
Because that's what this person decided to play, and they had a bad time doing it. Let's go. Rampardos, you sexy dinosaur. Yes, a fellow Ultra Ball oneer. We are going first again. And again, and again, and again. Brother, this Lycanroc in my hand every single game. I'm not hoping to cut any of these games out. Genuinely, all of these like 6 or 7 games now. It's been on the top of my deck, dude. Every single one. I'm gonna Old Amber. And then I'm gonna Iono after they've thinned down their hand next turn. Or after they've searched their deck a bunch and I've let them keep a research. Wrong decision, man, every time. Right, so the chances of them having Rare Candy plus Zard now is kind of obscene. So we'll go ahead and Skull Fossil. Evolve to Lycanroc. No, we're not, because I still need to search it, so there's no point. We'll go ahead and Iono here. another Skull Fossil, a Rare Candy, and a Lily. So now we just need Rampardos, but at least now we get to search the Rockruff. And unless they evolve Charmeleon here and hit me for the KO, I do get to take out the Charmander next turn. So let's see kind of if I gave them the game here or not, I guess is what it comes down to. Okay, they're going to cape. That's a good sign.
Look, they're both 40.
Yep,
They're
they are
all
both
40.
they are 40. Yes, they are. Okay, they don't have the Charmeleon, which is fantastic. We just get the game now because our HP is lower, isn't it? Right? Yep, our HP is lower. Bloodfang for 100. I'm sorry, unfortunate trainer. That's not how I would have wanted to start my game.
We did it.
We did it. That was that was brutal, man. I'm sorry. That actually hurts. Look, man, I know I'm a casual climbing up to Ultra Ball rank, but hey, not everybody's at Master Ball rank. I'm trying to, though. Oh man, you couldn't have given me the other fossil for once. For once, okay, Bruxish. That's Aerodactyl. The one Aerodactyl that I teched into this deck and I've not yet been able to play it once. But hey, Lycanroc's not in my hand. There's that.
There was 2 Sprigatitos.
So I'm gonna go ahead and...
Daddy, there was...
Yes, there was. Right, I think it's a matter of do I want to play my other Skull Fossil down. I don't think I have a reason to yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and search. You sleep? Oh, okay. Okay, they're gonna put a helmet. Rare Candy immediately, dude. Oh, you're kidding me. They just get it right away. I wish I could get those right away. I have to wait for mine. Oh, they're gonna snipe my fossil. That's not nice. Okay, we Rare Candy the Rampardos. That complain and it will happen. Complain and it shall come. All right, we will not be putting down the second Skull Fossil now. I have been quite brutally right. This is gonna do 60 more damage to do 70 plus. Right, so I think I just get rid of the Bruxish right now. They cannot do anything with the Greninja right away, and I will take the damage. I will heal it off later with Lily. I don't see them being able to put any damage onto Rampardos right away. That's fine. I'll take the helmet. I'll take the KO damage. They're not going to be able to put down 2 energy this turn unless they Misty, in which case, I mean, good game, I guess. Okay, they're going to retreat again. They're going to force me to try and do it again. Okay. Water Shuriken. Right, so healing with Lily will put me back up to 100. Like, I'm pretty sure the right play here is to just stick it out with Rampardos and power up the Lycanroc. Now I can put down the Skull Fossil just in case. Right, they can't attack me next turn. Or they can, but they're not going to do enough. But doing 50 damage to myself is not ideal. However, I want to get them down within a range where I can just hit them with one more attack. I don't know if this is the right play or not. It's hard to tell if this was the right play or not. Because if I just wait the turn and don't attack, then there's a chance that they just get to set up even more. They're essentially in top deck mode right now. They're gonna Water Shuriken the Skull Fossil, probably. No, they're gonna Water Shuriken the Lycanroc, because that way that guarantees them the KO next turn. Yeah, I think I'm just cooked. I think I'm just cooked. Old Amber might be the way out here. The correct top deck here would have been Cranidos. Cranidos would have been the better top deck here. I think I just lose now. Because unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do enough, and I have to top deck Cranidos. Yeah, just couldn't keep up. Puts them at exactly enough. Lycanroc has like so little HP, it hurts. Alright. Moment of truth time, I guess. That, or do we get like a hand refresh to possibly get a combo out? Something. Well, we tried. Nothing you can do about that. Dr. Wassa, let's go, what's up? Lycanroc back in the hand again. Dude. This is wild. Statistically, this should only happen once every few games at most. And I really don't get anything here other than being ahead on energy, I guess. So, like, I know I can use a card, I know, but I have it in my hand because the game decides it needs to give me that instead of letting me thin the deck with Rockruff. My RNG is just so terrible. It's quite incredible. But if they Fairy Wind me here, I just KO the Togekiss, so this is kind of a mistake on their part. Okay. Old Amber's down. I should have... I don't know why I didn't play my Old Amber before. I feel kind of like a fool right now. But now we get to go for Bloodfang. We'll evolve next turn. Let's be honest. I forgot Old Amber was in my hand. That's exactly what happened. I just forgot that it was there. I just forgot that it was there. But my goodness, at least for once I can play the card. They're gonna rare candy right now, aren't they? Goodness, that would have been tough. We're gonna Sabrina. Okay, well, here's the thing. He's kind of in my hand. And I have the option to retreat. Let's see, Aerodactyl has a 1 retreat cost, so I can simply just put it in the back and protect it again. Alright, is it worth it for me to use any of this other stuff? No, we'll just... Yeah, they concede. Let's go! Finally, the Aerodactyl comes down! Finally, it comes down! I have bricked for the last 2 to 3 games. I would like it to stop, please. Please? I would like it to stop, please. Alright, research. I don't know, I have options. But once again, all the lilies are in my hand. Okay, we at least... get some time to set up. A couple of turns is nice. Rockruff here is nice. Research. Rare Candy. Guzma. Once again, could love a fossil here. I'd love going first. They got dark energies. So they're playing a DarkTina deck of some kind. There's a Rocky Helmet coming down. If I don't get a single fossil very shortly here, I will not be having a good time. I have so many cards in my hand right now. We have got to give me something. Thank freaking goodness. There is a fossil. Oh my goodness. That is the first fossil I've seen in like 4 games. This will be when they drop Mars. Or I don't know. You know what? That works too. They want to... Okay, so the one we have the Mars, we have Rare Candy. Rampardos, please. Yes! We get the combo pieces back in hand. Thank goodness. They still can't attack next turn because they need 3. Right, so... We'll drop a Skull Fossil. And then put down this Rare Candy. Evolve our Rampardos. Evolve the Lycanroc. Since they can't get a Dark Energy outside of the Giratina, I'm actually safe to attack here. I'm going to also remove their Rocky Helmet. This feels like the right time to do it. They can attack next turn. But they have to attach... They can't attack next turn because they need the Psychic Energy, which they can only get by ending their turn. So this is quite a good spot to be in here. It's amazing what happens when you actually draw a fossil. Yeah, they do finally get a Darkrai. All right, that's fine. They concede. Oh no! Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't know. I know the whole idea is to hide behind Darkrai and build a Giratina, but I feel like if you have, I mean, I guess it's energies, right? It depends. All right, next match. See what we get. This will be us going second, which is helpful with Rock Ruff, and then we're gonna have a water deck on the other side. And just kind of always thinking of when is a good time to use Mars here if I have it in the hand. Mewtwo with water energy? Oh no, did they forget? Did they forget to change it? Oh no, goodness, man. Oh goodness. Okay. There's like Froakie in here. What did they put in here? Stop spinning the bucket around. All right. Interesting. I do suppose the question is, do they have the pieces? I feel like after a communications attempt, that might be the time to Mars. And, you know, if it's not, then so be it, but... I'm hoping to stop a Gardevoir before it can come in. Okay, there's Psychic Energy coming down. Okay, we get to evolve here, and we get to put this Mewtwo in a very dangerous 2-shot range. They'll be able to Psy-Shot us next turn, but... Okay, so we get the Fossil as well. This is helpful. Right, we Blood Fang for 100. Quite honestly, any Fossil would be good here. If I could put down Aerodactyl, that'd be crazy. So here's the funny thing. Them attacking me with Psychic Sphere here actually guarantees that I'm low enough that a Ralts will get knocked out after this. So them attacking here is actually, I think, not the correct play. Skull Fossil number 2. Can we Rare Candy? Or get Old Amber? Okay, we get Rare Candy. that down as well. Bloodfang and KO the Mewtwo. And then we just have Rampardos for whatever they come in with. There's nothing in their deck that they can get, so we just win. Speed of rare candy and a fossil, and my goodness, if we get this combo online, it's disgusting. Lycanroc is doing so good at setting up an early game for Rampardos to just come in and smack things later. Pokeball. I get their other Mewtwo. We'll put down Mewtwo. They'll retreat back into the Mewtwo. We have Sabrina, though. We can just KO no matter what. We just Sabrina for game here. Yep, they knew it. Okay, good game. There we go. We're back within rank up range again. Going second. I like going second. I can search out the card that keeps appearing in my hand every single game. Iono will probably be a starting first turn card here. Manaphy into Magikarp. Eee! Let's see what they do. Right, they Wiglet. Okay, so they're running Gyarados, Wiglet, or Wugtrio. They're gonna miss. Oh my goodness, they're just. Okay, well, you know what? I appreciate when Misty fails because it's just. Oh, luck set cards hurt me. All right, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and Iono here. At least they're only down to 2 cards, and they may not be the cards they were planning on having. Old Amber, Skull Fossil, Lycanroc again. Bro, really? Frickin' Lycanroc in every hand. I give them a research, or they top decked it. Oof. Like, yeah, the they haven't evolved. They're gonna be able to evolve anything? No, they're not. Okay. Interesting. They'll just split the energy. Guzma, not going to help us right now. Rotom Lycanroc. I would love to get into, like, Aerodactyl here would be incredible if I had it, but we'll take a point, at the very least, and stop them from being able to continue to build anything up. And if they don't evolve Magikarp anytime soon, that would be good. I'd like it to... Ah, there it is. Okay. Well, of course. Yet, of course. Okay, so the research... Man, both their researches? Goodness. Communication away something. Probably trying to search for the Wug. I'd be quite honestly fine if they got Wug here. Because then I could get 2 points out of them instead of 1. No, they're going to bring Manaphy. Is Manaphy going to come back in and try to continue loading stuff up? No, they're going to spring out and get a fossil. All right. All right. So not quite what I was expecting here, but I will take that. I do not want to give them a point, so I'll probably end up getting rid of Old Amber here. I discard? That's the question. I think I'm fine with it. I just don't want to give them another target to do damage to. And, like, I guess at this point it really doesn't matter. I'd rather have them chance that they hit an Old Amber than do damage to something else. So I suppose I'm fine just leaving Old Amber there. I mean, if I'm going to give them a point, I'm going to give them a point. I know they have to be very careful with what they do. If I get to another point, I'm within range of anything being KO'd here, which is quite nice. Okay, they bring in the Manaphy to continue to load something up, but now what that does here is that now puts me at a point where I can simply just go for any attack. If I can draw Sabrina, that would be sick. Sabrina would be very helpful. Oh, they're Sabrina-ing me. Okay, well, at this point, then yes, I suppose I will just go ahead and throw my old Amber in the lead here and then discard it. Because at that point, I'm not worried about this Wugtrio or the Wiglet anymore. Okay. It's Cranidos. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and discard this now. Bloodfang, the Manaphy, and then they're basically... If I can hit them with Lycanroc, that puts them in range of Rampardos. And honestly, vice versa. But they're probably going to have Irida. Right, Gyarados comes out. They top deck Misty, and I get knocked out. I basically need them to not have Misty. Because them passing here basically just guarantees this game here. There's the Wug. There's Rampardos again. We'll just go for the Bloodfang here. Take 100 damage. They Irida. We go into Rampardos. They concede. Well played. Good game. Good stuff. Man, just... Sometimes I gotta hope I get to those fossils, especially with hands like that. We are 1 point from rank up to Ultra Ball. 1 point. 1. Alright, going first. And we have no fossils. Or a way to get a fossil. Which is usually how we lose games. So, I guess we'll see how this goes. Druddigon, Giratina. So at least I have time to set up because they're just going to sit behind this forever. I'm also not worried about them evolving, so Aerodactyl is not a priority if I have it. Of course, there it is. Couldn't have gotten 2 more useless cards at the moment, unfortunately. I do have Sabrina, though, to bring out the Giratina next turn. Or the Darkrai next turn. I could also one-shot the Druddigon if I want to. But I can't heal my Lycanroc, which is a problem, and I would love to get a single fossil of any kind here. I just want something else that's not Lycanroc on the field that's not going to have to take all this damage. That's what I want. Right, because I can get Sabrina. I can do some damage for Sabrina, but that's... I mean, they're at a point now where they can simply just go ahead and retreat. If I could top deck Iono or a Fossil, I would be very pleased. I'll even take Aerodactyl at this point, so that I could try and at least swing with something else and not be forced to win the game off of my 20 HP Rockruff. And Space Bellow, and they have Leaf in hand probably to snipe me down in a moment. Skull Fossil, now we're talking. Okay, now we're in the game. Now we're in the game. Right, okay, so it doesn't really matter at this point. They're gonna get hit no matter what. I would rather get rid of the Druddigon, because they're gonna be able to KO me anyway. Or perhaps Sabrining is the correct play here to put damage. Right, they put the Darkrai forward, which makes sense. Bloodfang the Darkrai. They're gonna have to KO me with this. I can come in with Cranidos and get the KO. And then I'm not worried about taking any recoil damage because of Rampardos. Except until they giant cape me, and then in which case I'm gonna have a bad time anyway. So now I'm kind of forced to come in with my Cranidos or Rampardos now.
Okay, guys.
I don't really have a choice now. Yeah. Oh, that's tough. I didn't want to have to take the 50 damage, but now they can't attack next turn with Giratina because they haven't done much with that. So, oh, but drawing Guzma makes this an incredibly interesting game now. Because now I can KO them through that cape. And they're not prepared to KO me next turn with anything. Rampardos comes out and swings. We'll make do with what we have, man. I will rank up on this game. I will rank up on this game. I have to. Next turn, they'll be able to hit me with Giratina. But... right, the 20 damage... oh, they're going to do that. Okay. So they're not putting the damage... okay, 130. Okay, getting Skull Fossil down here is game winning, if I'm being honest.
Maggie, get off your brother.
This is game winning right here, because now the next turn I can rare Candy, and they won't be able to get another point. And meanwhile, I mean, they also can't attack with Giratina if I do this, because they're going to drop 20 damage and get KO'd unless they have a cape. So, like, there wasn't a way for them to win anyway. By drawing that fossil, I just kind of secured the game. But I think they lose anyway, even if they attack with Giratina, just because of the way the game functions. Right, you can't attach Darkrai and attack, because then you take your 20 damage. They're thinking about it. They go for research, praying for a cape. And the cape won't save them. They're probably going to assume I don't have rare candy because I played the Cranidos. Pokeball. Are they going to try to retreat? I can pretty much get whatever damage I need at this point. The survival play is to retreat into Darkrai. They concede. Good game. There it is. I love it. Oh, that was nice. Clutch top decks, if I'm being completely honest. Just absolutely clutch top decks. Straight back up to Ultra Ball. Now the fun begins. Now the fun begins.